to use like oracle cards. So I am going to, these are the Ask and It Is Given deck. And what do you guys need to know? What if Source were standing in my physical shoes? It is not your job to make something happen. Your work is to simply determine what you want. That's like the hardest part, getting really clear on what you want. If we were standing in your physical shoes, our attention would be upon bringing ourselves into alignment with the desires and the preferences that we have launched. So, say you want to bring in a new home, okay? But you're like living in a dump or whatever that looks like. I'm just going to use a house as an example. And instead of getting in that getting really clear, what do you want? Like, I want a studio in downtown Manhattan, not a studio. I don't know, one bedroom, top floor in downtown Manhattan in an old like mill building that's beautiful. It's like on the 97th floor. And I want all brand new furniture, brand new paint. I want the whole 9 yards. Okay, so now I've set the intention. Now my job is to get in alignment with that. To do that, what you can do is like, I use visualization and writing. So for me, it's easier for me to like pretend I'm like in the city and I walk downtown and I'm going to stop at a coffee shop and then I want to like go home. So I like imagine myself walking through the foyer and saying hi to the bellman and then I get to go in the elevator. I push the buttons to go upstairs, up the flight, up the elevator, and I like walk down the hall. It's gorgeous. Granite. It looks like one of the clubs. There's so many awesome clubs, like secret clubs down there. But if you know, you know. And then you open the door and it's like beautiful Manhattan skyline, top floor. I love it. So now I've imagined it. If I can get myself into that spot of like really feeling it, like, oh, I love this. And like, which I can. I just did it for us. And if you can do that, so not everyone can imagine. Say your or imagination, just pretend you're a little kid and you're trying to explain it to a 3-year-old. This is what my new house looks like. Do it that way. That'll work. If you feel like you can't imagine it. Because what you feel is what then the universe will respond to. It doesn't matter what you think, your words are spells. It does matter what you say, but it's your feelings that attract. So if you are looking at this dump or whatever, and you're focusing on it every single day, what is the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So we're going to change it. So today, the universe is asking you to, number 1, get super clear on what you want. What is it? Well, I want a new car. So I want an X5, fully loaded, black with tan interior. All paid for, brand new tires. So now I know what I want. I can write it all down. It's fully loaded. It has the best surround sound. It has the leather seats with tan, black on tan. Couple of moon roofs. So now I'm getting really specific. I could even look up a picture and like see myself driving it. And I'm like, that would look good on me. Then if you can imagine yourself, like I can imagine myself driving it. I used to have one and I loved it. It is the ultimate driving machine. And so I can imagine myself driving it. The headlights move with the car. It's unbelievable. And it feels very safe and very sound. If you can't get yourself in that spot for whatever reason, then write it. The power of writing, so this power of words, it's like the first thing in the Bible, if you believe in that. It is the greatest story ever told, but this isn't a religious class. Then the power of your words, it's right in there spelling. You're casting spells. Energy is is magic. Jesus was a magician. Like, because the Catholics had to make it bad and demonic, it's like it has a bad connotation around it. And that's fine. Those are all different lessons. But for today, you have 3 things to do. Get super clear. If everything's going well and you already have your 2 jets. Oh, I'd put that on my list. 2 jets. I want a house in Vermont. No, I don't. I want a house in Colorado. I want a house in San Juan. I want a house in Europe. Like wherever you want. Okay. I want houses. Oh, I want Mr. Right. I want my moon babies. Get super clear. Then, once you get really clear, take them one at a time. So let's start with a car, because that's more immediate for me. I want a new car. So you could write this down. Imagine having, whatever, I understand that. Do the I understand, actually. That comes from your crown chakra. I understand that having a BMW X5 will look so good on me, and I am bringing it into my life. What I want is a black car with a tan interior, fully loaded, paid off, no miles, and the tires. And I can't wait to drive it. I'm going to drive it by this winter, and I'm psyched. Then put it away and wake up tomorrow and do the exact same thing. What you need to do, or what this is saying, get out of that rut. Get out of that, like, if your affirmations aren't working, this is really funny. I'm making a video right now. If your affirmations aren't working anymore, I am, like the power of I am strong, I am happy, I am wealthy, is from your root chakra. That's the lowest vibration. That's your survival level. So you're like always in survival. I'll post this actually on Insta. If you work up all the way to your crown chakra, that's purple. The power, that's I understand. So I understand that I'm worthy of driving an X5 just because I'm here. I'm human. And I'm helping raise the vibration. If you're here, born right now, and you're looking at this, you deserve it too. All of us do. It's this conditioning and programming. That's for another day, but I would love to talk about it. And so you just want to, like, however you can get into that place of believing. And pretend you're, just for 5 minutes, you're writing a movie script, or you're writing a journal. One time I've got to do a lot of this work lately. That's pretty funny that came up. I wrote from the day I died back, like, oh, I finally wrote that book. Apparently I might be writing a book, but I wrote it to myself from the day I died, like everything I did. When I do past life regressions, one of the saddest things, and I run into it all the time, is people get to the end of that life and they're sad because they were too afraid to live and too afraid to die, or they were too afraid to take the leap, so they stayed in their life. And those are always sad. So that has motivated me. I don't want to look back on this life and be like, man, I wish I had gotten brave and done blah, blah, blah. So, coming full circle for our team, what we're going to do, or what I recommend, and the universe wants you to know, all of us, just get clear, super clear, and pretend there's no limits. There's no time, there's no money, because in the universe, there's not. It's just here in the matrix. So, like, I do want a jet, and I want a crew, and I want a cleaning lady, and I want to cook, because I have stuff to do. Like, of course. So, apparently we have some homework tonight. Once you get clear, then you feel it. So, however that looks for you. Some people it's meditation, some people it's imagination, some people it's writing. Well, it should be writing for all of us. After you write your list, whatever it is. And make it as big and boisterous as you possibly. Like, you can't even imagine it. Anything you can't imagine, put on. That's why I want my jet. And so you put that on. And I don't mean like a little Cessna that they're trafficking children with. I want a jet. So get super clear, write it down, and get into that place that you can feel it. That's all you have to do. Feel it. I can feel myself driving an X5, and that's what I want. Feel it. And stay in that for as long as you can. But if you could hold it for 5 minutes or I mean, it's hard to put a timer on fun. That's the other thing. Have fun with it. And then release it and be like, and then don't block it when it tries to come. It might not look like someone drives into my driveway with an X5, but if they did, maybe it looks like a tax return or whatever. It could be a check in the mail. It could be an unexpected refund on your credit card. The universe is trying to talk to you. The blocks that we have are either inherited, learned. I mean, our parents did the best they could, but money doesn't grow on trees. That's a learned behavior. That's not true. It doesn't grow on trees anyway, but you have to work hard for your money. I left Corporateville 5 months ago, and I'm working on it. But every day, every single day, I ask for what I want. I thank for what I get before or after it's here. And all day, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Get out of that funk. After you imagine it, put it away, do it again tomorrow. And just maybe perhaps pick one thing. Like tomorrow, I'll work on, I want a house that I build. Well, I don't build anything. I hire people. I want everything top of the line. I want a tiny house that looks like amazing. So tomorrow I'll work on my tiny house. So you can shift out of the funk that you're in, if you're in a funk, I'm guessing, I don't know. And this is how the universe wants you to do it. So we consciously feel, okay, so this is the rest of it. If we were walking in your physical shoes, our attention would be upon bringing ourselves into alignment with the desires. That's the alignment. And the preferences that we have launched. So I got clear. I can imagine myself walking down Fifth Avenue and going to my apartment on the top floor. And I can imagine it's like beautiful. And we would consciously feel our way into alignment. It's feeling. And so that's how we're going to do it, team. All right, well, that was fun. I think I should do these more often. I love you all very much. Thank you so much for your support and love and for being here. If you have any ideas, suggestions, I just opened Discord the other day, or made a Discord. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm not big on checking any of it. So if someone wants to run it or do anything, let me know. And with that, I will love you and leave you. You're going to see this again in about 4 seconds. So I will love you. Thank you. I love you. I'll see you next time.